And top imported products would consist of other made-up articles, including dress patterns, other knitted or crocheted fabrics of synthetic fibers, other knitted or crocheted fabrics using other textile materials, along with other woven fabrics, textured polyester filaments, and so on. Looking now at the garment sector, again, this is the picture here is the opposite of what we saw in the textile industry. Because in here, the green line would give the imports of the garments industry, while the red line would show us the exports. But as you can see, the exports are actually declining. Imports are quite small relative to the exports, but they have been rising, as you can see, from 2010 to 2019. And there is a huge surplus, in particular during the years from 2006 up to 2009, 2011, and for some years. But after 2014, look at the, given the weak performance of our garment sector, the surpluses have been eroded, as you can see on the slide, getting smaller and smaller, especially in 2019. Well, 2020 might be an abnormal year, but still the story is true of our declining surpluses. And in terms of the contribution, in 2000, the sector contributed 4.3% to our total exports, and this declined to 1% in 2020. So, well, just to mention some of our top 20 exports, these are women's or girls' blouses, shirts, along with hats and headgear, knitted or crocheted. And then in terms of the imports, men's or boys' trousers of cotton. Like what I've mentioned, we don't have cotton in the country, so we have to import all of this. T-shirts of cotton again, and then garments made up of fabrics, not knitted or crocheted. Okay. So to continue, well, the next slide shows our participation in the textile and garments global value chain. You can see in here the different segments of the global value chain, from raw materials to component and sub-assembly, final assembly, distribution, design, marketing, and sales. We are not present here in the design. We are here, by the way, in terms of the garments, we are in final assembly. In fact, we still have a comparative advantage in cut, measure, and trim, which are the stages covered under final assembly. And we're not able to contribute substantially in the other segments of the value chain, given the weak current weak state of our textile industry. Okay, so after 30 years, now let's look at potential products where the opportunities are, and these are given here by the following products. We've used a measure called revealed comparative advantage in identifying where our potential comparative advantage lies. And we found this in coconut, in abaca, rami, and other vegetable textile fibers, along with twine, cordage, ropes, and cables, tapestries, hand-woven and needlework tapestries, along with fabrics that are woven fabrics, narrow-woven fabrics. Now, in terms of sectors where we lost our comparative advantage, these are in activities or products such as cotton sewing thread, man-made filament yarn, along with knitted or crocheted fabrics. And on the other side, you can see in here a SWOT analysis of the industry, and we included among our strengths our skill. This is very important. Skill in handloom weaving. Of course, Kong Toff earlier mentioned Yabing Masalon Dulo, but apart from Yabing, there are other national living treasures because the Gawad sa Manlilikha ng Bayan has a category in textile or fiber art. So in weaving, you have Lang Dulay from Lake Cebu, and then Darhata Sawabi and others. Another strength would be the recognition of traditional textiles by our LGUs. They acknowledge that this is the handloom weaving is an important component of the local economy, and hence it has to be supported. And of course, our huge domestic market consisting of 110 million Filipinos. Among the weaknesses would be, I think I've already explained this thoroughly, the small size and the weak performance of our textile industry, lack of marketing and promotion plans. There's no linkage between our textile and our garments industry, high production costs, lack of cotton